Hi, John Brickner with HR Collaborative. I'm coming to you with this edition of the Elevating HR series, and I'm here today with Tara Kiely. Tara comes with 18 plus years in the healthcare space, and for the last 2 years has been helping our clients around this topic of flexibility in the workplace. And as we know, the talent surge is on, and flexibility is the number one concern for most people. So Tara, let's talk about this a little bit. Why is it so important right now, this topic of flexibility?
Flexibility is so important right now, especially because so many things have been changing with the workforce. For example, over the past 12 months, we've seen a 27% increase in jobs available. And so what that means for employers is a harder time in trying to recruit and attract talent or even retain talent, because there's so many other opportunities for employees that maybe they didn't have before. Also, this is going to be an era in employment. This is not just a moment in time. And the reason I say that is because baby boomers are leaving the workforce at 2 times the standard that they were last year. So we're seeing a lot more people retiring out of the workforce. We're seeing an increase of jobs in the workforce. And on top of that, the US has fertility rates dropping more than we've seen since the 1940s. So there's less workers to be filling these new components. So for employers to be able to attract and retain people, they really need to be creating environments that employees are going to be really happy to stay in.
So Tara, what are a couple of things that leaders should be considering as they look at flexibility?
They should be looking at their training and development models. They should really be looking at what they offer employees as it relates to upskilling, which is a generally new concept that I think you're going to hear a lot more of in the workplace over the next few years. So how do you take an employee that you have who is an asset for you and then really develop them and have them become even more of an asset for you while continuing to fuel their ability to learn and grow? So that will be one component that I think leaders really should be thinking about when it comes to flexibility. And then the other component would be to really be looking at how flexibility can enhance their workplace. So what you're going to find is that a lot of companies are offering flexibility in different ways of managing their employees that you haven't seen prior to the pandemic. And so how can you continue to compete at that level from a recruitment perspective? And how can you continue to retain your employees by providing a lot of different ways to be flexible in the workplace, not just with scheduling and changes in scheduling, which is one component, but also what types of benefits are you offering them? What kind of childcare opportunities do you have potentially that you could help them with? Things like that.
And what's the next step for anyone watching this video that says, what's the next step in my flexibility journey?
Start by asking questions of your employees of what their expectations are of you in terms of flexibility and training and all of those great things that we offer for engagement purposes. And one way you can do that is by conducting pulse surveys. Those are surveys that you do on a somewhat regular basis, but you just start with one. It's 10 questions that you can just ask and try to dig into what employees are expecting of you as an employer.